What's up YouTube? There has been a lot of debate recently on whether or not you must have Series 4 and 5 cards to climb in Marvel Snap, just because Thanos and Shuri have been so dominant. However, that encouraged many content creators to try climbing with pool 3 decks only. That also sparked my interest after seeing a bunch of brews and a bunch of different deck ideas. I was trying to figure out which one of those could be the strongest option of a pool 3 only deck to try and climb in the current meta. And I personally like this one the most, by HowlingMines, one of Marvel Snap Zone's biggest contributors, who is continuously pumping out top tier content, and I took this to the high infinite rank ladder myself, and I've had quite a bit of success with it, even though I faced a ton of Thanos deck and other meta decks like Shuri. But let's start off with explaining what this deck is trying to do. In its core, it's a mixture of control and reactive cards like Shang-Chi as well as Aero, and some proactive power plays. One of the biggest combinations we have is a wave on turn 3 to cheat out a Doctor Doom as early as turn 4. Then ideally we can play Aero into that same location, manipulate our opponent's movement, and then Odin on top of that same location, reactivating Doctor Doom and Aero, which means we put power into all 3 locations while our opponent's stuff all moves into that one Aero location. We have a lot of other lines of play as well. Storm is one of the most important cards in this deck, not only because it synergizes so well with Doctor Doom as well as Sunspot as well as Jessica Jones, but also because it can make the life of Lockjaw Thanos players miserable. They usually want to play a bunch of cheap stuff in the early game, and if you storm that one location that they kept empty for Lockjaw, you can sometimes completely nullify their game plan. Iceman is also a great choice in this matchup. Hitting some key stones can completely disrupt them, especially hitting Lockjaw can throw them off. Wave on turn 5, or whenever they play Lockjaw, can also be super crucial, making their stones too costly to play. And we of course have Wave and She-Hulk synergy, so if we Wave on turn 5 and play nothing else, She-Hulk is only going to cost 2 energy on the final turn, and we can play her alongside one of our other late game finishers. The other cards not mentioned here, Polaris is a mixture of a high power card and a disruptive play, can sometimes cheat out games on the very final turn by moving a Sunspot around. Lizard is very synergistic with Storm as well, it's very hard for our opponent to fill up that location. And HowlingMines originally played Maximus in this over Shang-Chi. I felt like Maximus is a bit clunky because most of the time you don't want to play him in the early game, and Shang-Chi is just great in the current meta, so I made that swap. Some other tech choices would be swapping out Jessica Jones for something like a White Queen if you prefer that. Absorbing Man makes sense in this list. You could play something like Juggernaut for the Storm synergy, as well as maybe Nightcrawler instead of Iceman, but I personally like the decklist as is. So I personally think it should be possible to climb to infinite with a pool 3 deck like this, as long as you navigate the matchups well enough. For me, this deck took me from rank 132 to 138 with an infinite, but take that with a bit of a grain of salt because we did run into quite a few bots. But we also had a lot of great games against the best decks in Marvel Snap right now, and I can't wait to share some of the highlights with you. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. there. There's probably not a lot of human players on a Friday morning. It's the lore content. Yeah, I do miss it as well, but right now there aren't really any opportunities for lore as a pro player or content creator. Like there are, but Snap offers much more. For now, I'm sticking with this. Blizzard middle isn't bad. My account is on US East. I have the account from beta. They didn't have servers all around the world back then. 0. Ooh, next turn I kind of want to 0 into Storm, but that means we'd have to get priority. What we could do is Maximus now. Oh, 0 into Storm doesn't work. Forget what I said. I could Maximus into Storm next turn. How about it? Like Storm right side now, next turn Maxim. That doesn't work mana wise. Wait, I can't find the right line of play here. Decklist below me isn't updated. Yeah, I keep on forgetting, I'm dumb. Guess it's just Storm into Jessica? Because we don't want to give them quadruple Shuri. Doesn't have to be Shuri, but this definitely looks like a Shuri deck with 0 on these two. 0 into max. That's overkill. I'll save that for another location. Okay, so we're slightly scared of Zola, and that's pretty much it. So I could save Aero for the middle for the final turn, which means go like Sunspot 0 Maximus now. If we win the right side, we should win the game. Could also keep Doom open for the last turn, but I think this is better. God damn it. Do we win this? We might be up by like 1 power. Perfectly calculated. Let's go. It's very important that we get priority here. Otherwise we wouldn't have the guaranteed arrow play. Zola. Get wrecked, kiddo. GG's. How are you so sure it's going to be Zola? Because otherwise it doesn't really make sense to invest the Cosmo into the left side. And in this case, like once we do get ahead on the right side, it doesn't really matter anymore if they play Zola or something else. Because if we're ahead on left and right, if we pull their stuff middle, they don't really have a card that can flip these locations around. Like Aero is kind of a check situation there. Like a checkmate in one move. Option was Doom 0 deck sometime play. Not really, at least not in high elo. Like good Shuri decks usually don't play Doom. That again, don't get me wrong, it does make it a good tech option because no one expects it. So for ladder it would not be that bad, but it's not very refined deck building technically. Best deck for win with 40 plus total power, probably some Iron Man deck. Wait, did Doom just... Oh, god damn it. We had the wave into Doom into Odin. And now we don't. Okay, I think we want to mine Vibranium in this case. It's a Thanos deck. I don't really want to wave. I probably want to wave on turn 5 in case we find She-Hulk. In that case, we would not want to mine Vibranium. We could just be playing Polaris. I played against this player a lot while they were, like while I was booster farming yesterday. We were tryharding. Probably someone trying to hit infinite. Okay, so next turn wave is going to be really good, which means I can Maximus this turn. How do we do this? Maximus right side, wave left. It's a suspicious float. I could also float and go She-Hulk Arrow last turn. That gets shut down by Leech, but also wave gets kinda shut down by Leech. I like wave more, it's very disruptive to our opponent. Oh, snapping into a Thanos deck. Am I really gonna do it? How would you do a bounce deck? I just got Human Torch. I have a video on it on my YouTube channel. It's a bit old, but I think the cards, like you would still build it the exact same way. Yeah, of course it's Leech. Okay, but we're ahead in both side lanes. We should be winning here. We just need to flip middle and it's a win. Quinjet does allow them to play 2 stones, but the stones are not enough to flip locations here. Well-timed snap after all. Maybe it was a bit fortunate for us, our opponent didn't pull anything tall, but it's good either way. They probably drew Chavez on the last turn. Is Zabu as good as Psylocke for negative? I think Zabu is even better, especially if you also play Jubilee, Wong. Like the more 4 cost you play, the better Zabu is. Before we jump into the next video, I want to say a big thank you to Clash Royale for sponsoring this video. Clash Royale is a real-time multiplayer game, and it's somewhere between a deck builder and a strategy game. You face off against an opponent and you need to manage your resources wisely, overrun your opponent and destroy their towers, and you do so by deploying troops and using spells and special defenses. And the timing as well as the positioning actually matter a lot, giving you plenty of interaction and opportunities to outsmart your opponents. Many of these characters are also known from Clash of Clans, the super popular mobile game, and they can be collected and upgraded in between your matches. That allows for a lot of customization options and gives you full agency of how you want to build your deck and which cards you want to spend extra resources on to make them as powerful as possible. Besides that, there is a ranked leaderboard in the game, and not only that, if you want to up the stakes, there is a full-on esports circuit for this. It even has a dedicated in-game tab just for esports, as you can see right here. And Clash Royale is free to play, which means you can download it for free with the links provided in the comments, in the description box, or the QR code that you currently see on the screen. Camo Panda again. Now they know our deck. So this location screws them very, very hard. They never want to play into this because of Lockjaw. Means we could look into a storm play there. Could also storm one of the other locations to restrict them even further. Perfect. We'll probably storm the right side so they don't have a single Lockjawable location. I want to play Lizard here, but it's dumb. Is it dumb to do it this early? Our hand's not bad. Like, drawing one rock would be fine. Drawing two rocks throughout the course of the game might be devastating. I think it's fine. Snapping solely off of the location dynamic here. Yeah, with Sunspot and She-Hulk, I think it's okay for us to shuffle rocks. So their only real out is reality. It's funny. This might be Reality Storm, but then again they can't play on the left side, which either I think they forfeited at this point. So a Sunspot into middle. It's actually really good for them. I could try to do is Polaris it out again. But mana efficiency demands me to play She-Hulk this turn. There's a tiny chance we lose this, but I think we're chilling. The issue is Shang-Chi on the left on the final turn. Sure. Doesn't seem like Shang-Chi is an issue anymore. I try to win right side and middle here, so maybe I should just float 5. Nope, I can't really play Polaris if they play some high power 5. Like Dino is basically what beats me here. Dino on the right side. Almost seems likely the way that they snapped. I think I should probably see this out though. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Full float would have won. But if I wouldn't have done that, I would have lost to Shang-Chi plus Power Stone on the left side. So this is a bit of a pick your poison situation. Yeah, the way they've been playing, I guess I could have predicted a dino. Could have also checked the hand size. I mean, I did predict the dino, I just saw too late that a full float would actually win me the game. GG's though. Do you even lift, bro? Bring it on. Bring it on, Jim, bro. What you got for me? Not a Thanos tag. Polaris on 3, Jessica on 4, Wave on 5, She-Hulk something on 6. So we can probably play 2 cards on the final turn, our opponent can just play 1. Should be advantageous enough for us to snap. Bad thing is there's Sunspot floats. I think like Aero might beat us, but they can't play into Big House anymore. Just no scope the She-Hulk float. Okay, they might have the same as we do, but we have priority. So, I don't think this can lose. Because we'll always be 1 card up in middle. Shang-Chi, I guess. Scary thing is if they play She-Hulk for 0 and they let Sunspot float. Saves from Shang-Chi. This just wins, right? Only loses to Doom. Sunspot Armor Lizards should not be playing Doom. Sus. Why would you think this beats me? Well, I guess they didn't really expect that we also have like a very, very high power combo here. GG's. Couple of cubes short of a rank. Let's be some evil gatekeepers then. Mwahaha. So we always have the option to storm it on the final turn. I think that's what we want to do. Play for left and right side. Make it make it look like we're super drunk. And then just storm the middle. Okay, well this is gonna be awkward mana management wise. Man, if we would be really sweaty here and really, really evil, we could bait our opponent into making it look like we're losing intentionally to donate them cubes. I'm not that evil though, am I? think I'm not that evil. I get Doom or Odin. Easiest 8 cuber of my life. Now watch us get hit with a Cosmo. Ha! Get out of here. I'm almost a bit surprised they stayed. Like, it does seem very obvious, our line of play. But then again, it was very important that we snapped super early. They might have thought we're just donating cubes. They might have thought we are a bot. They might have thought we just do random stuff because, I don't know, we're drunk or stoned or whatever. Same matchup. Oh, let's switch decks. Monsieur Negative. Should be fine for us. They're very starved for space. Wave on turn 5. I think I like snapping these. Last turn is either Doom, She-Hulk, or Shang-Chi, She-Hulk. Okay, so like Ironheart and White Tiger are still scary. Bring it on! Show me what you got. The thing is, Zabu can still allow them to play 2 cards on the final turn if they get 2 4-cost inverted. Oh fuck. We are so doomed. No pun intended. We can Aero right side trying to clog them here. Like She-Hulk middle, Aero right, and last turn is Doom middle or Shang-Chi middle. There's a good chance they just float here, and that's the scary thing. Thing I could try to do is not get priority and Shang-Chi middle next turn. Then how do I win the sides? Kinda impossible. Okay, is it Doom or is it no scope Shang-Chi? They still have what, they drew a total of 4 inverted cards. We saw Blue Marvel, we saw Wong. They still have 2. Scared of Iron Man Mystique. We're more scared of White Tiger. Especially, yeah, no, Ironheart is the biggest one. Okay, purely for the content. I think it was, if I was playing for cubes, I would have retreated for sure. We'll stay in this purely for the content. We got him! We got him! They didn't find White Tiger, they didn't find Ironheart. Woo! GG's. I guess sometimes the ballsy moves pays off. I'm not sure if they forgot about Doom or if they just didn't draw the other cards. That felt like a very lucky win no matter what. It was kind of impossible to predict they had specifically this. But in this case, both Doctor Doom and Shang-Chi would have won. My father? You mean me? I'm not your papa. If we get an early card lead on the left side, storming this is going to be very good. We don't allow our opponent to come back. If we had a 2-drop, I would snap. Oh, never mind, it's a Thanos deck. No way we're snapping. What are your thoughts on Ghost? I don't think I've seen Ghost a single time yet. Seems like a cool card to build around, but probably overall a bit underwhelming, power level wise. Am I crazy for thinking this is snappable? We have Sunspot, She-Hulk, Aero. We will be able to play She-Hulk into middle and just Aero the right side. We can play some big stuff into middle. Left should win with the Sunspot float.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay, annoying. That's very annoying. Oh no, we can still reach this with Doom. Okay, so this is Polaris, Wave turn 5, and then Doom She-Hulk or Doom Odin. Or Doom Aero. Or... you know what I mean. It's either She-Hulk Aero or She-Hulk Doom on turn 6. Full float this turn? Doesn't really make sense, does it? That was our snap. Seems fine. Oh, let's clog him up. We're only scared of Space Stone right now. But the turn 5 wave should brick them and make their life quite miserable. Oh, perfect. We completely ruined their Lockjaw turn now. They don't have Quinjet online, they can only play one card here. They do have priority. Which can be annoying for us, but I think this should just win. They can't move anything to the left this turn. Plays around Aero. Right, they should not be able to beat us on the right side. We're getting plus 15 here, we'll be up by 20. GG's! Best deck in the game. Get out of here. If the thumbnail says live, it's live. Well, or it's an archived live stream, but in this case, it would say streams blah 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 hours ago. Streamers prepping for? Which one though? Is it the Danger Room event? I don't know. Yeah, I already confirmed. Oh, Polaris left is really good. They can't play anything on them. Oh, we can storm this first? And then Polaris left. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I feel like I'm a genius. Electro Ramp? Sure.
Aid my
So we gotta be wary of Doom, and that's it. Oh, please snap into me. So Sunspot can beat Doom. Still gotta make sure we win either left or middle. Bye!
Clear for takeoff.
Perfect. And we have nothing to worry about anymore. Chat, can you please tell me how sick that line of play was? Pat myself on the shoulder here. They might even stay in for 8 cubes thinking that they win with this with Dr. Doom because they get the left side. Ah, okay. Too bad.
Victory.
Good game though. Okay, so we can try to set up a filthy Storm play here. Something like Sunspot into Storm on turn 4 would be nasty. We can keep this open and just play Doom on the final turn. Nice. Start with regular play and see what happens. I think I like snapping this. We don't have anything good yet for Bar Sinister, but generally shouldn't be bad. Past 5 rounds. Yeah, we just need to make a bit of hand space. Oh, this is horrible. Iceman left for the memes. So we have 3 locations where no one wants to play cards. We can screw our opponent over and over on the right side. I think I want to arrow right on turn 5. Because our opponent's probably a Dino deck. Or not. That's pretty smart. I don't think I can beat this. Oh, Shang-Chi later on. Let's go. I want my opponent to not invest any mana. So that they grow to Shang-Chi range as quickly as possible. They have to be Shang-Chi-able by turn 6. We still gotta watch out that we win tiebreakers because Rickety Bridge is gonna be destroyed. That's cruel. It's pretty smart of them to not float Sunspot mana. Ew. Means we probably just lose. Or would I not lose here? I'd have to win on tiebreakers. Which is kind of impossible. They just float turn 6. Yeah, that was well played by them. They're playing something into Rickety Bridge and then letting Sunspot float. The question is, how much power are they pumping out on the right side? Oh, if I had Storm. And like Lizard or Sunspot. Would be such an easy game. We do have priority. We can also arrow mid. They got our Odin, right? That's not a thing. It's very thin, so if they have any way of getting power or any card there, we win. They play multiple small cards, they win. But it's definitely, it seems to be worth a try. Fuck. Oh, they lose tiebreakers. That was... I was gonna say that was brilliantly played by them, but that's something they have to consider. Like, they played around Aero without playing around Aero.